Whether it be something as everyday as adding a water line to the Little League, or to the renovation of a 1795 farmhouse, Mr. Alfrey, your bandwidth is seemingly inexhaustible. Thank you. I would also like to thank for attending our beautiful State Senator Nicole Poore, Council President Platt, Michael Platt, Councilperson Valerie Leary, thank you. And certainly on council, last but not least in attendance, Russ Smith. I'd also like to thank Mr. Smith. On your tour in a little bit, when you go through the building, the first thing you're going to see is an 1849 map of Newcastle County that was generously donated to us by Councilperson Smith. Also, I did miss one. I'm sorry, Nick Vella from the Lieutenant Governor's office is here. Bethany could not make it. She has an event in Lewis, but Nick is here on her behalf. So thank you. Let's be quick. I will skip that paragraph. I'll skip that one. That sounds like a long time. Before we all go and tour the farmhouse, I wanted to give you a little history where the trustees actually met for some of the 258 years we've existed. In the early days of the trust and until 1826, the meetings of the trustees were held in various public houses and taverns. Occasionally, we do still have meetings in taverns. This, so far as we know, the first place was the house of Mrs. Darby. We might also know it as the Ansto House. Russ can verify me on that. 3rd and Delaware Street. In 1798 and 1800, we met at the house of John Dara. Am I saying that better, Barbara? Very good, thank you. Then known as the Arms of the United States, and subsequently the Gilpin House, opposite the courthouse, the M&T building, M&T Bank. After 1809, most of the meetings were held at the house of John Crow. He was the board secretary at the time. The heir is Michael Alfrey, if you will. The secretary of the board, he was elected March 6, 1798. The house afterwards known as the Delaware House, a hotel at 202 Delaware Street, directly across from Town Hall. After the Town Hall was built in 1824, the meetings seem uniformly to have been held there until 1885. After the county seat was moved from Newcastle, the trustees obtained a room in the old courthouse occupied by the Recorder of Deeds. In recent years, the trust has used Town Hall as its base of operations and its 3rd floor as our boardroom. It is our hope that this farmhouse at Penn Farm number 6, now referred to forever as Trust Corporate Headquarters for this unique trust, will be our home for at least the next 100 years. Please enjoy your meals and your tour. We hope to turn this into an annual event. Thank you all.
Well, thank you, Mr. President.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is so nice to be out and about. Even better, the fact that we are socializing once again. So let's give a round of applause to the trustees, but also to the chairman, Dr. Gregg, for pulling all this together. So thank you so much. So one of the unique things about Newcastle is the preservation part of the trustees. And there is something so enriching about knowing that we have preserved such great land in this area. As you see in the state of Delaware, our growth is just multiplying. We're seeing people come from all over the United States to live in Delaware. But the cool thing about it is that we still stay united in this particular area. I grew up not too far from the spot that we're standing in, Jefferson Farms. How many of you know Jefferson Farms? That's right, right? Oh, I got it. So, you know, it is such a pleasure to be able to represent just the area that not only I grew up in, but also that I still reside in today. And I work with some of the most amazing people in this part of the preservation. And so I'm thankful to be here today. I'm thankful to see each and every one of you join us in celebrating the fact that we will be moving the trustees, not necessarily from house to house, but into their own new home, a home that truly was dilapidated, and the truth of the matter could have easily been condemned. So the fact that you took your time, your resources, and your funding, your finances, to be able to restore a particular piece of property in this area, you preserve the land around it, is just a compliment to the things that you do on a daily basis for our city and for the folks of Newcastle. So thank you very, very much.
Remember, he gave me 5 minutes, 3 minutes. I forget. Yeah. Got it. Thank you. Before I go any further, I want to introduce Tom Episcopo, who's one of our board members. Tom. In 2014, I was serving as the president of the trustees of the Newcastle Common. During that year, I had the privilege to honor a major event in the history of the trust, one that will never be replicated. In April 2014, the trustees of the Newcastle Common celebrated their 250th anniversary. Now let's move forward, fast forward, 8 years to 2022. I've again been given the privilege by the board to manage and mark another major event within the historic history of the trustees of the Newcastle Common. In 2021, the board selected Nolan Associates to begin the process to create a new trust headquarters using the bones of the Penn Farm House. The physical condition of the wooden part of the house had been destroyed by termite infestation. That part of the house was once described as the only reason it stands is because it has the memory to know to stand. It was in terrible shape. The only charge given to Nolan and Associates and their team was to save what can be saved and create a replica of what cannot be saved. Folks, it was a mighty task to save the 1820 brick section of the historic farmhouse and build a replica of the wooden sections that were built in stages: 1795, 1810, and 1970. It is my pleasure to tell you that task is complete. Before your eyes is a new headquarters of the Trust for years to come. The new headquarters will allow the daily operations of our Trust to move into the 21st century. I want to thank the board members for settling on a plan to create a state-of-the-art office for our staff and a new headquarters for the board. Each deserves the building and the new office. In a few minutes, we'll open the new Trust headquarters for you to take a look around. We ask that you be mindful that this is a working office, and as such, we had to restrict a couple areas. As you can see, and we want to thank the folks from Penn Culinary. They do a wonderful job, and I think everyone has enjoyed, but eat some more. They don't want to take it with them, right? There you go. Enjoy your visit to historic Penn Farm, number 6. The actual farm is an active farm, worked by our tenant farmer, Hunter Marie Farms. And you can see that the farm has been planted and things are starting to pop up out of the ground. Several smaller acres are used by William Penn Ag Program, wheelies at the farm stand, and a local grower, Toby Harrogate, I never get that right, but Toby. Feel free to check out the amazing barn. Here we are. It is available through Toby for weddings, memorial services, graduation parties, and such. And of course, the new headquarters of the Trustees of the Newcastle Common.